Yo, what's going on, guys? Ankit here. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, we got a very interesting war today. We are facing up against BOT40, and I have been so excited. As soon as we found out that we were fighting them, we find out about 17-18 hours before the war starts or something like that. I was so excited for this, and I was like, I'm gonna give my 200%, forget 100%, I'm gonna give them 200%, and that's why you see me running suicides again, using Kitty against this Misty Knight, and I'm even running max recoil. So my first 4 fights are all Kitty fights, and then the last 6 fights are all Tigra fights. So naturally I was like, yeah, that's perfect, like I'm just gonna use suicides now. And over here I was like, I made a few mistakes. So right over there she evaded. I was just looking at my phase timer. I was just focused on that. I didn't care about anything else. So she evaded at one point, and I had to well, that's a weird transition. So yeah, I had to knock her down before throwing my special, and then as soon as she evaded, I'm like, oh, okay, she evades too, don't forget. But yeah, so then we got this Mordo over here, who's always a very good placement. It's just that we find our Mordo to be better on the boss node. I mean, yeah, he's been delivering for us every now and then. Naturally he's running max sig. I don't really want to knock him down, but I think I do end up throwing SB3, mostly because he just gets passive for a second and he starts holding his SB, like his special attacks. But yeah, it's pretty much a dash back and dash in, medium light light, or medium light dash back dash in. So I think over here I'm trying to bait his special attack, and he's just not gonna throw it, and then I decide, okay, I'm just gonna do that. I'll have to knock him down, there's like no other way. So of course you don't really place any debuffs when you knock the opponents down with SB3, but Kitty does have an incinerate, and that counts towards conduit. And then over here I was like, oh shit, come on, throw your special attack. Don't be like freaking passive again. So I just hit him once, and I let my guard open, and then he threw his special attack. Because did I have invul? I don't think I had an invul over here, so I don't think it would have hit that hard, but still. So again, the same thing. He's just like repeating that, and I just gotta parry a few times. I don't know why I parried the special attack. But yeah, that is pretty much this fight. Like, Torch actually works here fairly well, but then I looked at my paths, like my path 5 and path 8, and I saw that Mordo is the only fight that I really would be bringing Torch for. So then I talked to the officer, and I told him, look, I'm just gonna bring in White Magneto, because then I don't really need to rely on anybody else to bring pre-fight. And I think I'm also gonna rank 3 my White Magneto at some point, hopefully before the next season, because it looks like Kingpin. Okay, if Kingpin is blacklisted for next season, then I'm gonna rank 3 my White Magneto, because he could have easily taken that what's her name, Misty Knight, and I would have had like another pre-fight available. So I think at some point I decide to go for SB3. I don't think he's gonna throw. I think over here. Okay, yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Yeah. So a boring fight, but yeah. Then we got Killmonger over here. He is sig 200, I think, and he is also fairly easy. You just need to make sure that you're always phasing and all that. And I think I was planning on going for the SB3 rotation over here, so that's pretty much like based on how Legacy does it. You push the opponent above 2 bars of power, and then you throw your SB3, and then they throw their SB3, and you're almost at, or you're at 2 bars of power. So yeah, that one. Yeah, and then the only time I really want to knock him down is, so over there he actually triggered reverb for like a hit or two, because he dashed in, so I didn't have enough time to actually what do you say, am I gonna, no I'm not. So yeah, he just dashed in, so I didn't have enough distance actually to phase. I remember, oh, I don't think I actually knock him down before throwing my SP3, even though that's how I should do it. I don't know what the reason was. I think we explore it in a bit. But maybe he was just like too stingy or something like that. Plus, yeah, I think I looked at the time and I was like, okay, this is taking way too long. I really need to speed it up. So I went for that SP3. After this, he will be at his SP3, so he is going to throw that, and I'll be back at my SP2. But unfortunately, the SP3 knockdown doesn't count as a knockdown. It only has to be, I think it's ebb and flow heavy, so, or is it ebb and flow knockdown? I think it's ebb and flow knockdown, so should count for any knockdown. But then I think it pretty much counts over here. Let's see. Yep, because I got my prowess back. Here I was lucky that he didn't have his reverb. But yeah, so those were my first 3 fights on the path, and then I was also asked to take this bishop over here. So this bishop I was a little bit worried about, so I popped an invul boost, and as you see I'm like really heavily boosted. The goal was, I mean, at first I asked one of the officers, because you know I don't really play Kitty that much, I'm like, should I go for SP3 rotation? He's like, no, are you kidding me? He's gonna get that incinerate on him. So I'm like, yeah, that's true, that is so true. So yeah, basically the idea is to hit him when the incinerate mode is up, and then here I just like decide to dash in to get rid of all of his or you know, to just phase his SP2 fairly easily. I also forget that this one has the note where if you have a debuff, your defensive ability accuracy is reduced, but I just got lucky the first 2 times when I parried. And look at that. That pretty much just KO'd him. And then here I was about to dash in. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not phasing. Then I saw this. I'm like, yeah, he's pretty much dead. So let me just hit him and then go for SP3 if he wouldn't die. But yeah, pretty much KO. Alright, then I talked to the leader, to the officer, and I'm like, look, I took Thing last time. He was double this HP. Like almost double, like 540 or something, 530. And this node is a joke with Tiger, so I'm just gonna remove my recoil masteries and go in. And he said, yeah, just do it. So I think there were like a couple of places where I screwed up, like not big time, but like just some minor screw ups, but the rest of it was like pretty much perfect. So yeah, Thing, it's like very easy fight with Tigra. And then there's Power Focus 2 as well over here, which means that in case he gets to his whatever, I mean, with Tigra you can't really hit their block as much. You can only do like medium into their block, because there's a good chance that they will parry you. And for some reason that parry is only on champions with double hit medium attack, so like Stealth Suit Spider-Man, Black Widow. There it got a little bit sketchy for a second, but yeah, that was fine enough. I think I had, no, I don't think I had invults still, but yeah, I wasn't too worried. This fight was gonna be pretty easy, and then I saw him not really come at me, so I'm like, I'm just gonna KO him. So that was a Thing fight. And then my next 5 or 6 fights I was quite worried about, because I was practicing for the whole day, so you can see I'm boosted like to the max I can. So this is path 8, and we got Gorr. Gorr, my idea was to just bait his heavy attacks, because I don't think I'll be able to parry, because there's like that defensive node again, where for each buff this time he reduces defensive accuracy. And my idea was with SB1 start. So here I could punish his SB1. I've practiced it, but I was like, you know, I don't really think I will need it. My idea was with SB1 start, quickly get to that SB2 and just finish him off. So here he got stingy, and I'm like, I don't really want to bait his SB2. Then I'm just holding block. Luckily, I got that parry, and I'm like, you know, this is it. This is pretty much it. I did take some block damage. That's okay. But this was like a 38 second fight. Let's see, 36 second fight. Also at this point, like, there was one person who was not late, but he didn't have time to do his fights earlier in the evening, so we were all just rushing him. All right, I'm gonna talk to that in a second. But hype here, I pretty much had the same strat. You know, I had SB1. I just want to make sure I keep my neutralize up, and then I throw my SB2 while there is no debuff on him from knockdown. And that did pretty, like, good amount of damage. And then over here, I just, like, flinched for a second, and I'm like, oh no, I missed the timing. I'm not going to risk it. I'll just throw a SB1. But yeah, this fight with Tigra is, like, so freaking easy, so fun. So yeah, we were just, all of us were just waiting for that guy to actually clear his fights, and I literally had 40 seconds left on those big boosts before I entered the Chavez boss fight. So Hype's SB1 punish is pretty easy. You just block the first part of his SB1 and then heavy, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes you can also do like double light or something, but yeah. So there I went for SB2 into heavy because I was confident that it would push me over to SB3. Then we got this Sersi, and Sersi has never really been a problem to me, and she isn't. But I was just looking at my boost timer. She isn't a problem, but I was just like a split second late on this one, on her SB1. So the strategy is the same. She is conduit, so I'm gonna follow the same strat as Hyperion. You know, don't knock her down, push her as much as I have to, or just get myself to that SB2. So here I was like a few seconds, like a split second late, and I was so lucky that she only did medium. Not only for my health, but also for my power, because that would have pushed me to SB2, and that would have been like, oh, that's so much more to do. And then over here, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna push her to SB2, and I'm like, no, that doesn't matter. I'm just gonna KO her over there. Yeah, she didn't get a chance to regen that at all. Alright, and then as you can see, we're still waiting for the other side to clear out. I just went up to this Hulkling. I think I heal up. I think I should have cut this out, but it's there. So bear with me, please. And I think I'm just going to use my smaller potions that I usually don't use. My idea was to use combat regen for Hulkling and Chavez, but then because my power back boosts were going to expire, as you can see, I just had to go in and take the Hulkling fight. This fight, let me tell you, and I'm only using like a 10% attack boost. This fight goes down in like 27 seconds or something. Oh man, I really love this fight. This was so enjoyable, and Tigra, in all, she is so fun to play. She is so enjoyable. She is so satisfying. Like, once you pull off all those dexes and everything, she is so satisfying to play. The reward payoff and everything is like huge, in my opinion. So before that SP2, look at his health. He's like down to, and he's still ticking. It's not like he's done. And that's pretty much it. Like 28 seconds, 27 seconds. Alright, so over here I'm like, okay, quick. I don't have time to look at any nodes or something. Somebody placed a pre-fight for me, and I had the 40 seconds left on my boost. And I was talking to Alva, and I was like, bro, that Chavez boss is such a terrible placement. It's a sub 60 second fight with Tigra. And he's like, okay, go and beat her in 60 seconds. And I actually failed by like 4 seconds, because you're gonna see like right towards the end she's gonna get a bit passive, and I'm not gonna be able to finish her off. So things are going fine. Like, this is it. This is pretty much the fight. You just need to get her cornered, and you have pretty much won the matchup. Look at the freaking damage, man. Oh my god. This is a 475k HP Chavez boss. I think over here she gets passive. Yeah. No. I think over here. Yeah. So I just dashed back. I think that just broke the rhythm. But yeah, I was like, okay, fine. I'll just like do another heavy attack and she'll be dead after that, because I'll throw that SB2. Yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was so much fun. GG's to GD40. Hit the sub button, hit the like button, and I will catch you next time. See ya.